Buzzwole, we're going to have to see what is going to be different here inside of game number 1 of these grand finals. We've got Umbreon and Inteleon as first 2 picks here for Yalla Bingo. Very powerful Pokemon. Crustle, no surprise to see this again. Zante on the Espeon, which is going to be really interesting.
Maybe for free, looking back and watch some replay against game 1 against Yalla Bingo and thinking, wow, that Rock Tomb into Psychic Solaire really buckled us at that raid fight. Maybe we'd like to throw that back into the direction of Yalla Bingo. Quickly locking in Eldegoss's internal. They've been on that every game we've seen on broadcast.
I'm wondering what we're going to see from Potato, and I was just about to say we might get the Garchomp, and here it is. Potato in that top path on the Garchomp for free, looking for their final picks right here. Sorayu possibly locking in the Zoroark. We did see it a little earlier today. Yalla Bingo with their final pick, and sadly it's not Duraludon, I can tell you that right now.
It's a whole new world out here in the grand finals. We've got some pretty unique compositions squaring up with a couple Pokemon we haven't yet seen. Garchomp and Zoroark are the 2 that I'm looking at, Spraggles. This is going to be a banger.
It's going to be a really exciting game here. Obviously, we saw these 2 teams face off in the winner's bracket. Now they're back here in the grand finals, so it should be a really exciting match. Obviously, these are some of the best teams in the world. If you're looking to learn to play Pokemon Unite, Logan Paul, watch this match right here.
Okay, we've got Potati on the Garchomp. One thing is walking highlight reel in that Pokemon. They've set the meta ablaze with Garchomp in years prior, and now Buzzwole kind of leading the charge there, and they're going to be squaring off the top path against who else but Gatlu, who's been a menace themselves.
I gotta say, I love that Resonant Guard on Hoopa. We saw it was so useful in so many moments. Zoinks called that out a little earlier. When Hoopa especially is in that Unite move and getting the big shield from that Resonant Guard, incredible stuff. For free, Yalla Bingo getting ready for these grand finals, game number 1.
I just want to see where Internal and Zervis end up to support these top path players. Are we going to see the Zervis invade? Are they going to have to babysit the Central? Of course, we're going to have a Bulbasaur maybe moving the Central area for Yalla Bingo on the other side. That's a great invade target if you're your Zervis, but that's going to leave Gatlu alone as the Squirtle in the top path. There's a lot of early game macro decisions that are going to happen here that are going to dictate the pace of this one.
More than anything, I'm just so excited to see Potato on this Garchomp as we get ready for our first game right here. Gatlu heading into the top path with Squirtle, Zervis heading up for some backup.
Yep, no invade here. Zora going to be in the middle. Grand finals time, Spraggles. Pulling out the Zoroark, pulling out the Garchomp. We're going to work, and I love that Gibble Hollowware.
I do too. It's so beautiful, and even more beautiful is what you win if you win this tournament. You get that ticket punch to the Aeos Cup, the all-important tournament where you could win a spot to Worlds early in the season.
Nothing to scoff at. Internal Zervis squaring off as level 3s. Zora trying to take over to Zoroark and jump into this top path. Meanwhile, as we saw, Sam going to be on the Venusaur in the middle, I believe, going to try and get that thing scaled up so they can get into the game. Excuse me, Sixie's picking up the Ivysaur.
Yeah, Sixie's heading to the bottom path right now with the Ivysaur. We've seen this a few times, you know, teams instead of prioritizing top path, which you see a lot, obviously, you want your top path to win, actually heading to the bottom path to get a little work done. And now we see Sixie's possibly trying to make the long run up to top path in time for this fight.
Zervis ticking over to level 4, which means the portals are going to be open. Internal struggling at level 3, needs another wild piece farm to tick over themselves. Sixties dodges the Astonished. Zervis trying to buy and engage, or at least buy some time for the team. Potati poaching that Altaria, getting the experience for themselves. Zora can't quite engage into that.
Yeah, they're trying. They're just barely missing their combos right there. Not able to pick up a KO. They would have liked to grab that Venusaur as it was heading to the top path, but just not able to make it happen. But it is heading into the central area right now, looking to see if it can steal away some of the buffs here from Yalla Bingo.
Amazing approach and well read by Internal to make sure that they're piggybacking on Sixties into the middle to make sure that Sorayu can't leave with their buffs and their experience. Finally, an Eldegoss Internal as we're pivoting down to see what's going on in the bottom path.
Yeah, we can see Espeon coming online right here, almost level 6, so they're going to have both of their moves very soon. Umbreon as well, level 5. You know, we have not talked as much about Umbreon today as maybe you would think we should, because this Pokemon is just so incredibly dominant, as it looks like Zeraor's moving it, looking for a KO, and it gets it on the bite, but it goes down in return.
Each team, I'm going to call that, they each get a K opener there. Nice engagement, good follow-up, 1 KO back each way. Couldn't quite make it through the Xerxes portal to save themselves. Now 60s. We've got a Giga Drain, Pedal Dance, Venusaur into the action. They're going to be brawling up front. Marv getting absolutely folded up here, low on HP, but picked up by the squad internal there for the save.
Yeah, it's cool seeing the Pedal Dance Giga Drain right here. Obviously, you know, Giga Drain will be able to make sure that it doesn't get bursted down as easily by that Zoroark, and then the Pedal Dance helping to reset that over and over again. It's going to be a different look from most Venusaurs you see, as Gottlieb's in a lot of trouble right here. The mean look almost putting him into a rock tomb that his own team couldn't bring him.
Yeah, another crash. The rock tomb was out. All 4 players are in the mix, but there's no real damage to be thrown into their direction here. Gottlieb cuts off the score. Sam able to dodge out of the way of Sorayu. Sorayu still going for the engagement. The War Turtle slows them down with a little bit of their own water, but it's Inteleon that uses Fell Stinger, backs away, gets to a safe distance, and chunks Chelvin while they're at it.
Look at those snipe shots, just pushing the Crustle back. Incredible fight right there, and a great disengage from Yalla Bingo. 26-29. This match is so incredibly close, but obviously they were close earlier in the winner's bracket too. These two teams are great.
Zante able to take down Pataki in the 1v1, take the Regieleki, send that into the gold pad, score some points. But now it's about the basement or edge ice. Nice little reset here. Gatlu hits Blastoise just in time. Sorayu's in the dark waters, in the deep waters, and getting absolutely dove on and KO'd quickly. But is that enough time for For-Free to take this objective? It is.
Yeah, beautiful stuff there for For-Free. And they've been great at securing objectives in all of the games we've seen them in today. However, Yalla Bingo pushing on to this tier 1 goal zone, looking to take down Gottlieb. Huge mean look dragon combo. We have a Garchomp online right now, so they're trying to score 4 points here. We have Sorayu jumping in for this fight, looking to get one with the big combo, and it does, but stuck in the mean look right now. It is able to get away. A huge snipe shot takes it down. 60's having to back up right now. It's in a lot of trouble, and it goes down as well. And it looks like Yalla Bingo is going to have to pull back here.
They're finally pulling back, 2 players down. Sam, I thought they were going to be on the Venusaur because they secured so many objectives with that Solar Beam, but they're picking up the other ranged attacker in this Inteleon, doing great work. And really the only reason that this Yalla Bingo showdown on For-Free's tier 1 pad didn't go way, way worse.
Sometimes it feels like when you're watching the best players in the world compete in moments like this, everyone's just trying to see if they can outplay each other, just continue fighting. And there are a lot of other things to do on the map here, guys. There are tons of these little yellow dots, lots of experience, but instead, you know what? I think we want to go back and forth in this engagement for a while. Sorayu in some trouble right here, looking to pick up the KO, and they do. Yeah,
they're able to eject in Potato and Internal in tandem, able to get that done. 60s, again, Giga Drain, Pedal Dance, going to be great at brawling up front whenever the Zoroark wants to engage. I think that's a pretty clever choice out of Yalla Bingo.
Yeah, Unite moves lit up on almost every single player on the board right now. All 5 For-Free ready to go right here. Hoopa can bring the team top or bottom depending on what it wants to do. As you see Yalla Bingo starting this objective. Here comes the Hoopa Unite. The team can come up through this portal whenever they want, but they're scoring in the bottom half.
Nice flank by Sorayu, able to get the objective. Use their Unite move, dives on top of Potato. They want some more. Potato uses their Unite move back the other way. They want to catch Sorayu. Xerxes is still topped off on tons of HP, and they're stunning so many players. Chelvin in the front line. They're going to try and collapse on Eternal. They do. Now 60, Sam, and Marv all have to retreat because Chelvin is after him. KO streak of 2 for the former Cinderace main, making it look good on Custom.
Look at this mean bug just pushing forward right here. Finally, they just don't have enough anymore. After that Unite move is done, they're not able to push this Regieleki in. But things are looking good for For-Free, up by over 100 points and winning some big fights.
Yeah, a really great rotations and good engagements by Sorayu, able to get that huge flank on Yalla Bingo, almost coming up their top path from their tier 2 goal zone, and they're able to get a big jump on Potato and leverage a big fight.
This feels like the For-Free that we just watched, you know, absolutely stomp in the losers bracket right here as we have Yalla Bingo pushing up here towards this tier 1. Here come the snipe shots, big Blastoise Unite.
Oh, there's a follow-up Marv Unite back to the other way. Well, of course, Convert and Anger right on top of that. They want this goal zone. Psychic Solaire picks up 2. Marv and 60s are pushed out. Eternal has to retreat, 3 players down, and what looked like a great opportunity for Yalla Bingo is snuffed out in an instant by an Espeon.
It feels like For-Free is playing the exact kind of Pokemon Unite they want right now. I'm not sure what we saw earlier, but this is the For-Free that can win these grand finals right here. They're dominating all these fights. They're taking every objective. Both goal zones are up. However, level-wise, Yalla Bingo is not out of this game yet. We've got the 12 on Inteleon and Garchomp. You do want to see your Venusaur, however, at about level 13 right now.
Yeah, they're going to have to focus that. They do have some wild Pokemon to take. And look, you can cry wolf all you want here, but 180 to 74 is not the biggest gap, considering they have 2 Tier 1 goal zones gone, Spraggles. So that means they're mitigated the overdunks a little bit, and they have a really solid opportunity to get some quality scores themselves under that 2-minute mark.
That's right. It's great having those Tier 1s up because it's easy to peel back and score, but it's also easy for Free to defend in a situation like that. However, in the bottom path right now, we've got a push happening. Yalla Bingo looking to make something happen here as this Regieleki is going down in the top path. Some points are going in. Nice big overcap there, bringing the game a lot closer within 100 points now, and that's a great position to be in, as you talked about. Now you can just peel off to this Tier 1, score a quick 50 in double time, and you're ahead.
Yeah, this thing's going to hit. Sorayu does have full pockets of 50 and great mobility to get into the action. Oh, huge engagement by Potato. Jump right out to Gatlu. The rings are unbound. They're pushing back forward. Hydro Typhoon only kicks up Potato. 6 is on the backside. They're screened out by the Rock Tube. Potato able to jump over the wall, but it's Sorayu pulling up the smoke. They're getting everybody. That is 1 KO down. Tons of damage rained in, but Sorayu also knocked out for that endeavor. They're going to have to insulate this goal zone. 200 to 102. 98 points separate them.
Yeah, it's still within 100 points. Anyone can peel off with 50 right now, and Yalla Bingo is ahead if they do that. You see the Unite moves. Inteleon, Umbreon, Venusaur. We still have Unites. On the side of Free, once Zoroark gets back, they have something, and Espeon, but they're definitely behind in the Unite move category, your most powerful move in Pokemon Unite, as they're heading towards this Rayquaza right now. Big snipes are coming in. Here comes Garchomp.
Surfing in the mean look, we're going for the follow-up. Marvin's there to use their Unite move and try to grab any shields from Chelvin. Chelvin is getting low, and nice engagement there by Potato. Nice surf back the other way, but it's the Espeon Zante getting a KO streak of 2. 2 players down for Yalla Bingo. They need to make some plays here. They need to either decide to the Ray or scramble to score. Chelvin's actually going to go screen off the scores, so now Yalla Bingo is sitting in the middle, and they've got an objective they need.
Free knows they are up. Yalla Bingo knows they are behind. Time is ticking down. There was a beautiful fight for Free. Unfortunately, the Umbreon Unite really got nothing as the team went back through that hyperspace hole. Rayquaza is getting chipped right now. Blastoise using surf. Here comes the Zoroark with a massive play, looking for a KO, and Crystal comes in to clean it up.
Forces out the bird angle. We're pushing back the other way. Marv is trying to get in the way so 60s can take this thing over. Gatlu is still half HP. Potato jumps over the wall. Marv is still standing. We're scrambling to score. 60s wants to try to get this 50 banger in, but Zante's there for the cover. Now they're scrapping it out. Chelvin's in the back line. Potato's trying to deal with them. Gatlu surfs through and pulls in and tries to take care of Potato. Chelvin is down, and now we're trying to push the top goals up. We got a back tap on No Burger by Service. Is that going to be enough in the top path? No, they can even get their points in Free. I think it's going to secure this thing for themselves.
Free taking a big win here, in command of that whole game. I love the play in the top path. That was a beautiful, mean look. Venusaur up there trying to score, but at the same time, Free knew what they were doing. They sent players to those Tier 2 goal zones, and they put themselves in a great position here to win game number 1. Woo! What a start to this grand finals. Dupe Snacks, let's send it back on over to Zoinks and Chef so they can break this whole thing down. Gentlemen, that's right. It is grand finals time. Game number 2. Free is up 1 game, but they are coming from our losers bracket. So they're going to need to win this, reset the bracket, and beat Yalla Bingo all over again as we're looking for our first bans right here. Buzzwole, not surprising. You and I were talking about it a lot, Dupe Snacks. We expected this Pokemon to be banned a lot more.
Yeah, glad to see it. 2 consecutive games, once by Yalla Bingo, once for Free. And the real tragedy here is the dance moves we were doing when we thought we were going to be on camera before going to the draft screen. So,
I think it's nice that we just got to share that, me and you.
That's fair. That's fair. Am I off the list?
Yeah, you're off the list.
All right,
I can't believe I had a revenge list.
I can't believe it either. I can't believe my name was on there 3 times. Internal going to be the first pick, and they're locking in. Potato is going to be locking in the Blastoise here to take what I presume to be into the top path.
Yeah, Blastoise feels like one of the most incredible picks in the game right now. Great in the top path. Even good against Buzzwole, but without Buzzwole up there, this thing should dominate pretty well. We don't have a top path Pokemon yet for Free. Obviously, Buzz is not an option. Blastoise is not an option, so they can kind of shelve that top path for now. Nothing Yalla Bingo is going to take is going to hurt them too much in whatever they decide to pick.
The first time we've seen Internal pivot, they're going to be locking in the Clefable here, not Eldegoss, which means Zervis has an opportunity to lock in Hoopa, which they've been playing incredibly well on, but also kind of known as the person that can hit the highest levels of heals with Eldegoss themselves.
Yeah, I think their LD is absolutely insane. I expected to see it a little earlier. The Hoopa was looking pretty good right here, but no, they do lock in that Eldegoss. Yalla Bingo right now with their final 2 picks. We're going to see what they want to bring out here. We saw Sixies on the Candle earlier. It looked really good. We're just going to have to see what this final pick actually is. The nice thing about Chandelure, too, is if you run that Curse Incense, it's really tough for an enemy team to heal through it.
Something we kind of glossed over very quickly as Sam and Sixies lock in Chandelure and Venusaur we've seen is that Trevenant. Marv has a terrific Trevenant, and I keep calling back to this moment on stage at EUIC where Marv really transcended and really hit the next gear in their game and have been riding that wave ever since. On the other side, though, Sorayu, is it going to have the right number of hats?
That's the real question, but it's heading over to Gotlu, and I trust Gotlu. I trust Gotlu has the correct number of hats. For everyone at home, just remember that Dodrio has 3 separate hats as a possible piece of Hollowware, and that, I think, is very important. We get the dance moves in. We still get them in. I'm sure we do.
Nailed it.
Incredible dancing, really. Gotlu on the Dodrio. Dodrio is such an interesting Pokemon because it's been one of the, on and off dominant picks inside the game as a speedster. It recently got nerfed, the Drill Peck build, and a lot of teams dropped it, but Tri-Attack is incredibly good. It's still really powerful. We're going to have to see what they want to bring into this match. I can tell you, into a Clefable, I never really want to play Drill Peck at all because you have to deal with that gravity.
Right, the gravity can definitely cause a problem. However, a player of Gotlu's skill knows how to bait the gravity out and then go for the follow-up re-engage while that's on a cooldown and get those quality KOs. But like you said, Tri-Attack also phenomenal for those little drive-bys coming through, just laying in pot shots as the rest of the team.
You call it a drive-by? That's pretty good.
Like that.
Can you just come up with that?
Right, with my brain.
Come on,
Nailed
really?
It. Nailed it.
Oh, I gotta come.
Whatever I was saying. Tri-Attack is also good. There you go.
he was making a point, and I didn't seem to care. I really just wanted to point out that Tri-By was a good way to talk about Tri-Attack. Here's game number 2. Yalla Bingo, your purple team. For free, your orange team. These are your grand finals right here. For free, not only has to win this one, but they have to reset the bracket then and win again. But if they look anything like last game, they can do it.
They have definitely been stepping up their game from the last match against A through L to the first game here against Yalla Bingo. They've been playing incredibly well internal, trying to get a cheeky score in because they are stacking with their special attack specs, and that is shut down immediately by Zervis.
Take a look at this. Dante in the bottom path getting really aggressive already with that Hyper Voice. We have Inteleon in the top path. For free, really switching things up. Not exactly what you would expect from them, but Sylveon is one of those Pokemon that you can kind of put anywhere and get insane value out of.
Yeah, going with the Screamion build here, and in tandem with the Rock Tomb is really nice because you can trap them and then it makes it very easy to strafe with the Hyper Voice up and deal tons and tons of damage.
I expected Crustle to do well today, obviously. It's a great defender, but I didn't expect it to be the superstar defender of the day. One we haven't seen, but is incredible, is that Trevenant. You talked about it a little before. I'm excited to see what they can do with it in this game.
Yeah, just some key Wood Hammers and Horn Leeches can really shut down any fight opportunity. Quickly into the mix is Gotlu with the Dodrio, correct number of hats I might add, and they are kind of stunned down and immediately have to run away.
They've got the correct number of hats, but they are running Drill Peck because I said they probably wouldn't, which means they have to at this point. I'm actually surprised to see Drill Peck into Clefable. I think a lot of times that could be a real tough way to play this Pokemon, but there's no question that you can still get a lot of value out of it. It'll be good into the Chandelure for sure, but I don't know, really tough into a Gravity Clefable.
Well, in the first stages of the game, it's, the Clefable can't be everywhere, right? So you can still find some premium targets, Ivysaur is certainly one, Chandelure is another, and the Clefable can't run coverage for everyone all at once with that Gravity in the early stages of the game. So maybe thinking, I'm going to get early value in this, and in the late stages, I will bait out the Gravity and then make some adjustments and some engagements.
Well, one thing for sure, they are getting a ton of value right now. You can see the levels on the side of 4-3 are looking great. Sylveon already ticking over to 7, Dodrio 6, about to hit 7. Inteleon has evolved. There's Dodrio within 7. So things are going great for 4-3. Once again, I mean, they're just playing the start of this match really incredible.
Yeah, one of the biggest downfalls of Trevenant is that it evolves at level 5. Finally hitting that is Marv, but puts them a little bit behind in that power spike, whereas Chelvin, level 6, hit level 4 and was ready to go. Nice engagement, Rock Tomb straight to the Hyper Voice, tons of damage. Gatlu's there to try and shred down the back end of this Ghost-type tree. They have to grab both berries, but the points are going in. They're going for an early break, just 10 over.
Yeah, small overcap right there, but at the same time, they just want to make sure this goal is gone. For free, going to take that bottom Reggie because of it, and no one from Yalla Bingo is even contesting it. This has been For Free's, way to play all day. They've done such a great job at zoning the enemy out from these objectives, and I feel like they've taken just about every single bottom Reggie in their games. Huge Unite move coming in. Dodrio with the jump kick now, looking to get a KO right here. Not able to pick anything up yet. Down goes Clefable.
That's what I'm talking about. Clefable was there. It chose follow me this game, Spraggle, so it doesn't even have to contend with the gravity now. But that would be a quick KO and a clutch KO, and they do get it. Potato, the one's getting credit for that, and that means they are now a Blastoise and probably feels like they can finally scrap with the other team.
Here we go, Reggie Alecki just being tapped by both teams right now. You can see it's at about half. Overheat hitting it right here. They got good secure on the side of Yalla Bingo, and they're going to look to take it right now. Snipe shot coming in, but it's blocked by Potato. Reggie Alecki now walking back, getting a little bit of his HP back, but still secured there by Yalla Bingo.
Chelvin in deep waters here. Yeah, Potato is down, tons of damage in. Rock 2 bundles up 3 players of Yalla Bingo. Where's the follow-up? Zante is there with the Screamion. They get a KO on 60s. Gatlu is all over Internal. Internal's low, but Zante gets credit for that one. Now Sam is way, way far back, and Gatlu does not care. Jump kick, drill peck, damage, surf to get the spacing, and really protecting that big Venusaur. But that goal zone is decimated. 191-47 Spraggles, and this is getting bad.
I gotta say, when you're watching For Free right now, and maybe it's just that energy like Gatlu talked about coming from the losers bracket, those two really dominant games, maybe they're just on it right now. They're doing so well. But looking at this, it's kind of shocking to think that they lost to Yalla Bingo because they're playing so well.
They really, really are. And a great shout to Gatlu, formerly on Nouns, used to those Nouns losers bracket runs that we were talking about. It's kind of stitched into the Nouns DNA, and you don't just completely lose that when you join a different team. So Gatlu likes the pressure of the losers bracket run, and they're making it work for them today.
Well, we're going to find out if it was Nouns or if it was Gatlu all along, because Nouns couldn't make their run today. Gatlu possibly doing it right here for free. We've got Reggie in the bottom path spawning here in just about 10 seconds right now, and you can see For Free positioning themselves for it. Yalla Bingo leaving it completely. Once again, they're getting this one for free.
And we got there.
How many times can I say?
Regice is on the map. This is what I like to call the Dupe Snacks rip here, where you're just a solo support on an objective and you're trying to make it happen. They decide to go ahead and back and say, oh, no one's here with me? All right, let's put the pressure on up top. Nice Rock Tomb. Nice Horn Leech to isolate Chelvin a little bit. The surf comes through, the Inteleon Unite is out. Saray's looking for a prime target. Screaming on top of Marv. That defender is playing behind their back line. 60s is looking for an opportunity. They have a great angle to get some damage in, but the Rock Tombed out on Potato. Now Potato's isolated back out. Internal has to step up, and they need a snipe shot. And now For Free is just peeling back gently to their tier 1 goal zone because they can scrap from every angle here. These Rock Tombs keep trapping Yalla Bingo. They can't even engage. They're getting yelled at by a pink ribbon Eevee. I mean, it's just a chaos.
It feels like right now, Doob Snacks, that we are playing For Free's style of a Pokemon Unite match. Yalla Bingo looks a little lost out here. They don't know exactly how they want to engage with this. They're not exactly sure how they want to push for this fight. Do they want to? They're just kind of dancing back and forth, hugging the walls like it's a middle school prom. I don't know if they know exactly how to shut down For Free, and it looks like For Free is dictating everything inside this match.
Yeah, and while Yalla Bingo has to babysit this Reggie Alecki, For Free has already gone and pivoted to that Regice that's just been sitting on the map looking at its watch. It's like, does anybody care about me anymore? Finally, For Free says, we care about you, Regice. We'll take you. As Zante is going to scream that thing down, and the rest of For Free pivots to protect that tier 1 gold zone.
I like that you're worried about the emotional state of this Regice in the bottom path. I think that's important. It shows that you're an empath.
I'm worried that you're not concerned.
Honestly, I'm not as concerned as you, but I do appreciate that you're here and you're concerned. Big Hyper Beam possibility here from the Clefable, looking to see if they can get a KO. Chelvin right now just continuing to defend right here. The Hyper Beam hits Zante, but it really doesn't do anything at all. Big snipe shot. Sarayu taking down the Blastoise. Internal in a lot of trouble right here. For Free, I mean, this is their style of Pokemon Unite, and Yalla Bingo just seems to be tripping everywhere.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Marv forcing the back. They're going to have to try and protect some of their players here on Yalla Bingo. As For Free comes in, grabs some buffs. Like, yeah, we'll go to our side of the map. We've got our buffs to take. We're feeling pretty good. They're up by about 153 points, looking into going to the final stretch with a big lead and putting all the pressure on Yalla Bingo.
Now, Yalla Bingo, speaking of pressure, it's not exactly on for them right now because even if they lose this game, there's a bracket reset. They can, gather their thoughts, try to figure out a new strategy, figure out a way to beat For Free. But For Free is on a hot streak right here, and they're in a great position right now to win this game, reset this bracket, get that much closer to going to the Aeos Cup. You can see right here the snipe shots, just looking to see if they can find a target, get a little damage early. As everyone is waiting to decide how they want to engage in this fight. We really haven't seen Yalla Bingo, pick a lot of great engagements yet in this match. So I'm interested to see what they do here at Rayquaza. They're behind. They need it. They need to make a play. And level-wise, they're really not looking good either. Blastoise Unite move finally ticked over. We're going to see if they're going to be able to start something.
Yeah, they're getting the spacing, picking up the berries. That's a fast little turtle there. Not racing against the rabbit in this one because they are way behind and they need an opportunity. Hopefully the rabbit's resting and For Free falls asleep at the wheel. That's the only chance that Yalla Bingo's got.
I like that you're concerned with the rabbit's well-being as well. Hopefully it's resting. It's very impressive. We see Venusaur right here looking for something. They're looking for this Dodrio, seeing when it's coming in. It looks like they're kind of trying to poke them a little bit right here. And once again, it feels like Yalla Bingo doesn't know what to do.
Oh, nice flank, but a good surf picked up by Potato. That's going to kick off this fight. Gatlu's going to get out of dodge. Rock Tomb isolates internal from Marv. Tons of HP is drained from Marv with those snipe shots, but the clock is evaporating under Yalla Bingo. They need to make a move. Marv pushes forward. They're looking for Chelvin. Chelvin, great spacing. Woodhammer out is one. The Screamion falls on top of Sam. Sam is KO'd, and they're still having to deal with Gatlu in the backline. Sylveon Unite, they're jumping through. They're screaming through. They're trying to put him down. The Poltergeist is out, but we ain't afraid of no ghosts out here, as the rest of Yalla Bingo is still scrambling to try and figure out how to approach For Free, and they truly look lost.
And here we go. Rayquaza is being hit right now. They need to make something happen right here. I don't know what to say about Yalla Bingo right now, but what are you doing? I don't know what you're doing. It doesn't seem like you're making any decisions in this fight. For Free is just absolutely dominating this right here. Yalla Bingo in our grand finals right now looks completely lost. For Free taking game number 2, and they look great. If it continues like this is going to be an easy grand finals win.
I mean, it really is. I don't know if Soreyu's Hundo Burger went in, but it doesn't matter because Zervis's Eldegoss points certainly went in to make this scoreline even more egregious. For Free 2-0. They just reset this thing, Spraggles.
Yes, they did. I gotta hear what Zoinks and Wonder Chef think about this because I have to be honest, that was a confusing game to watch from the side of Yalla Bingo. It just felt like they were lost throughout a lot of that match. Let's throw it back on over to them so they can break this thing down. Gentlemen, it looks absolutely unbelievable. We've got Umbreon on the other side. It's always scary to play something with a giant shield like Crustle into an Umbreon because it can just, boom, use that Unite move and take it all away from you. Crustle's still unbelievably powerful, but it's unfortunate when all that Unite shield can go right over to the enemy.
Interestingly enough, Zervis locking in the first supporter, letting Eldegoss fall into the hands of Internal, taking Hoopa and thinks that's going to be true value, which makes sense. If your whole team gets Rock Tombed in, and Chef, just the absolute savant coming through and picking Hanks. We could see a Talonflame, why not?
We could see a Talonflame, it could happen, and everyone agreed we can't see Gengar. We all agreed, just not going to happen. I'm sorry, Zoinks. I'm so sorry, buddy. But it's just not going to happen. What do you want these teams to lose out here? Yalla Bingo locking in the Talon. I love Talonflame. I feel like competitively it can be in a really good spot, right? But unfortunately, it doesn't seem to have the value that some of the other speedsters do, specifically something like Dodrio.
Well, it depends how the team facilitates it. And one pairing that I really like if you're going to go into the Talonflame camp is with Hoopa, because you can put the portal where the Talonflame's going to engage. If they don't get the KO, they have a quick way out through the hyperspace hole. So you can see there's a little bit of synergy there. Of course, Chelvin being able to mean look down a target so everybody can focus fire in and making sure that if the Talonflame does engage, that it's getting quality knockouts. So you can kind of see where they've come together to make that lineup for them. And I think we had the name swapped, and I just got jumbled up for no reason.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard. There's so many words on this screen. I just disregard almost all of them.
I can barely read.
Talonflame, by the way, it's running the Charging Charm and the Float Stone, so this thing is going to be zooming out there. It's just going to be speeding around Thea Sky Ruins. I mean, it really is going to live up to the name of a speedster, and I also love those items. When you're playing something like Fly Talonflame, which now immediately is going to be Brave Bird, when you're playing something like Fly Talonflame, when you're in the air, that extra move speed, especially from Float Stone, helps out so much. And here we go, game number 3 or game number 1 of our bracket reset here in the grand finals. Yalla Bingo, your purple team, For Free, your orange team. For Free on a run right now.
Yeah, For Free actually going to be on the purple side here as Yalla Bingo is on orange. We'll get that sorted out. Internal getting into 60's pocket, making sure that these buffs stay into the hands of the orange squad.
Yeah, here we go, just moving through that central area, getting Venusaur powered up. You can see the Hoopa in there, looking to try to stop the Potato up here in our top path right now. Just getting all the experience they can. We've seen a lot of different looks from Potato when they're not running the Buzzwole, and unfortunately, none of them seem as dominant.
It almost feels like they're trying to figure it out on the fly. Like, okay, I don't have Buzzwole, what do I do now? We've seen the Garchomp, we've seen the Blastoise, now we're seeing Lucario. They need to find success without Buzzwole in their hands because I don't think For Free is going to ever let them have it again.
Nice little early stack there for the Talonflame in the bottom path, and now it looks like it's running up to the top path. Something it can definitely do with all of that movement speed, going to make it up to the top path here by 8 minutes, 50 seconds for another fight. That means Potato could be in some trouble, but they do see Talon at this point, so they know what's happening in this fight. Easy secure there for the side of Yalla Bingo.
Great job by Gatlu to push those wild Pokemon towards the side of the map that For Free is on, allowing just a safe engagement by the Talonflame to just jump in there and get their experience. Zervis, what else but being an absolute bully into the face of Yalla Bingo.
Yeah, now we can see Zervis just playing that horribly mean, invading the central area Hoopa. So difficult to deal with, especially for a Pokemon that takes a long time to get online and power spike like Venusaur.
The only real win here out of this invade for Yalla Bingo is the fact that Potato is able to get a couple stacks in. But Zervis has taken them for a ride. 3 players having to collapse on Zervis and still not knocked out yet, as I believe it's Sorayu on the Talonflame jumping into the fray and getting a KO on Internal, who's still a Gossifleur.
Yeah, and you can see here, I mean, Talon just is able to make a lot of plays like this with the Hoopa by its side. It's already level 7, so it does have Fly. I finally don't get the caster curse on something I'm talking about inside of a match. We see the Fly Talonflame, and it's really powerful. Every time it lands one of those flies on an enemy Pokemon as well, it lowers the cooldown of the next time it has to use Fly. So it's a great way for this Pokemon to fight in a lot of these big engagements. I know a lot of people, when they play Talon, they're very, very scared to engage, but you want to fight with these huge, huge flies.
Look at this attempt at a push that is thwarted immediately. Quick rotation by Zervis and crew with the Hyperspace Highway. Everybody collapses. Marv gets a stack in, gets a couple points in, but they're scoring more the other way. They're getting real close to shattering that goal zone. They did close the one up top. This is a crime scene, dude.
Yeah, I mean, For Free looking incredible right here, as they have the last 2 games as well. If you're just tuning into this, you've just watched these few games right here, and you found out that For Free lost to Yalla Bingo earlier, you wouldn't really believe it. I think you'd be pretty shocked to find that out.
I would agree completely. This Yalla Bingo team is not the one we watched to open the day. That is for certain. I don't know if they all decided to play one-handed, setting down their controllers, or going into a very unique strategy where they're trying to lull For Free into a false sense of security and then win the last 2 games of the day. I don't know what they're up to, Spraggles, but right now, it's giving me reasons for concern.
I can tell you, if they are going with the rope-a-dope, let them beat you for a while and then finally turn it around. It doesn't work as well in Pokemon Unite. That's more of a boxing thing. That's Muhammad Ali right there. And we're looking right now at For Free just taking over this tournament.
I mean, they are dwarfing this Yalla Bingo team. Yalla Bingo throwing all their eggs in one basket. They want this Regieleki, they get it, but nice Psychic Solaire picks up the Venusaur, puts down Sam very quickly. That's a KO streak of 2 for Zante as they are looking for more. They got more. Everybody else had to peel out. As look at the scramble score by Soraya. They're getting more points in.
Yeah, great stuff here for free. And Talonflame is one of those Pokemon. You know, it's one of those Pokemon that can make it anywhere in the map. They can put pressure on these goal zones all the time. That's what they're doing. It's also level 11 right now, so it is a powerhouse here. We're going to have to see if they're going to be able to take down this Venusaur, though. Once it gets online, it is very difficult to deal with. Soraya in a lot of trouble right there. The KO getting cleaned up by the Inteleon.
Yeah, getting a little bit in deep waters there. Didn't have Zervis for the support, and now they're crashing this bottom tier goal zone. Zervis is there by themselves. They're going to have to open the hyperspace highway if they want to get Chelvin down here. They do. Sixties is trying to get points, and they rip the root rings unbound, and they're putting tons of damage. Look at that big stun, getting everybody set up for Zante to come through and get some KO. Zervis bites the dust, but it's 2 players down the other way. That push was about as successful as hitting a dry slip and slide. That was awful.
Oh yeah, I've done that before. Very, very painful. But, you know, you keep going back to it because it's a slip and slide. You don't have any water.
People tell you that it's fun. I don't believe you, and neither does the absolute skid burns that go on your legs when you hit a dry slip and slide.
For free right now, taking this bottom Regulator. 60 saying, all right, I'm done with this. We need to get some KOs. We need to get some points on the board. We need to turn this match around right now. Picking up a big KO on the Blastoise. Obviously, Regice heads right on over to For Free. Not going to have to worry about its emotional state anymore, as once again, For Free just secures an objective where Yalla really doesn't fight for it much.
No, I mean, they literally let Zervis rotate to the top half just to try and insulate the goal zone, make sure it doesn't get broken in too big of a way, and they're able to stem the tide of 2 players pushing as the rest of the team gets the basement Reggie. I mean, For Free is cruising right now.
I gotta tell you, one thing that For Free needs to watch out for is this Venusaur that is already level 12. The level 13 power spike is massive for Venusaur. You get that huge pedal dance. Your resets are super simple on Giga Drain at that point. Massive amounts of cooldown reduction, and they're gonna have to deal with that as this match goes on.
Without a doubt. We've got 3 players sitting on this goal zone. They're trying to break it. They do. But Talonflame is scoring back the other way. Can they get a quality KO? Zante's 1. There's Chelvin, the next one on the chopping block. It is. Nice follow-up by Sam on this Inteleon to get the KO. Now we have another rings unbound at 330. This is the last opportunity to use it. Nice X-Scissor to space Zervis out. They're still stunning on top of the pad, though. Internal gets so low, they're peeling away. Hydro Typhoon is late. 3 players down. And now it's Sixties that gets buckled. Sam is on the retreat. Are they going to rinse the whole team on that little scrap? Taking to the skies with a fly and getting a KO streak of 4. Eating good.
Beautiful stuff right there. I mean, incredible. You got the KO streak of 4 from the Talon, but it really was a team effort after they all got brought through that hyperspace hole. Blastoise, by the way, just ripping them to shreds with that rapid spin as well. Regieleki now looks like it's going to be in the hands of For Free. Possible secure attempt from Yalla, and they decide to actually just back off. They really can't make a play for it.
No, they can't. They just need to catch this Regieleki, burst it down as quickly as possible, get as much wild Pokemon that they have on their side of the map, and really cross their fingers that For Free gives them an easy catch to kick off this raid fight.
I think Sixties could be a real problem for Free. Now, so far, Yalla hasn't been a problem for Free in these grand finals really at all, but that's a level 13 Venusaur. Very, very scary now that it's hit that huge power spike. It's going to be pushing onto this goal zone right here. We're going to have to see if For Free wants to give it or wants to fight here. Talonflame takes to the sky and takes Venu out. Yeah, it's going to be a big threat, Jake.
Yeah, I mean, nice flame sweep, buckling 2. We got 10 minutes to Rayquaza, forces out the Cotton Cloud Crash. Now Internal has to use that for almost no value. Marv tries to trap Chelvin, tries to trap themselves behind their own rock tomb, just saying it's safer in this tune 6 feet under for some reason. 3 players down in a heartbeat. This Talonflame is an absolute menace. Chelvin getting on the board for 1-2, and now they're just on the chase. They're having fun. This is a solo queue game, and there's no respect going in the way of Yalla forcing out the 60s tonight. They're moving forward. They're looking for an opportunity. Rayquaza's pretty low, but they get snuffed out instantly. Spraggles, what is happening?
Look at this Rayquaza. It is very low right now. There is an opportunity right here. A possible steal. We have the Inteleon. And no, they're not able to get it. Who was able to secure that? Espeon picking up the secure right there. For Free, securing Rayquaza. But, like I said, that Venusaur could be a huge threat, apparently.
It's the biggest threat, my guy. It's the biggest threat. Too bad it didn't see the meteor about to crash on Earth and end that dinosaur's career, my friend. For Free taking this in a convincing fashion.
For Free is just playing lights out Pokemon Unite. They're playing so well. They're winning almost every engagement. Every time Yalla Bingo finds a play somewhere, For Free is punishing them for it. They're scoring, they're taking more, wild Pokemon, they're taking objectives. Everything Yalla Bingo does is at least countered by For Free, and everything For Free does, it just feels like Yalla Bingo unfortunately can't do anything about it, as For Free is now going to be 1 game away from winning this whole thing, coming from the loser's bracket with that bracket reset.
Just putting all the points in they can. I mean, Zervis is 1v1ing Potato here pretty successfully, I might add, because they are a higher level than Lucario and they get KO'd too.
Yeah, this has been tough for Yalla Bingo. This is their moment. They're gonna need to pull everything out. They're gonna need to change what they've been doing. They need to change. This is their intervention. Yalla Bingo, listen to me. You need to change. You need to do something here.
Sit down. We got a conversation to have. Okay, so Yalla Bingo, 1 game away.
That is how that matches. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Dude, I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what depth of analysis I could add to the scrubbing we just watched. Listen, Yalla Bingo feels like they're jumping in the shower with their clothes on. Like, yeah, you get wet, but you ain't getting very clean. It's not very useful. And whatever they're putting up against this For Free team is not working.
I've never heard anyone saying something like that. Yeah, they're jumping in the shower with their clothes on. They're not getting very clean. You're right. Let's send it back on over to our analyst, Soix Wondership. Take it away. 1 more, and they get their ticket to the Aeos Cup.
Listen, Yalla Bingo needs to clean off the whiteboard with whatever strategy they had. They need to roll that thing out the door and throw it right into the dumpster, because whatever they have planned ain't working. They need to come up with something brand new on the fly right now. Unsurprisingly, For Free is not going to let Yalla Bingo have Buzzwole. No surprise there.
Well, I want to see what their first pick is. So Inteleon's been taken away, and it is Blastoise right away. Blastoise has just been a power pick, again, in that top path. There aren't a lot of things that can even contest with Buzzwole. Blastoise is one of them, and now we're going to have to see what Yalla Bingo wants to bring out. It does feel like For Free has dismantled the top path of Yalla Bingo.
Yeah, Yalla Bingo now is just throwing anything at the wall internal, picking up Hoopa for the first time that we've seen on broadcast today, which means For Free is going to get the Chelvin Crustle, which has only been getting better every single game. Sorayu picking up Leafeon. I mean, I just don't know why, but whenever For Free makes a pick, it's like, that's a high-octane pick. And whenever Yalla Bingo makes a pick, it's like, that looks kind of lost.
Well, we're going to have to see. One Pokemon that's always exciting to watch. Blaziken is out right here. Potato bringing that up to the top path. Blaziken doesn't play that well into Buzzwole, but maybe it will do all right into Blastoise, get a couple of secures, get a couple of stacks early, and see if they can win some big fights with it. As we're seeing the final picks here for Free right now. Sorayu on that Leafeon could be very scary. Zante on Sylveon. If they do decide to go with both of these evolutions, they could have insane early pressure.
Well, For Free has really just been saying, go, go, go. We are putting the gas pedal to the floor, and we are coming at you as hard as we can, as fast as we can. And Yalla Bingo has not been able to deal with that. They haven't been able to sustain. They haven't been able to weather the storm. And I'm hoping that this roster of 5 gives them another crack at this thing, because if they take an L, well, guess what? They're going home. And For Free's winning.
They are going home, and For Free would win. They would punch their ticket to the Aeos Cup, which would be huge. At the start of the day, it looked like Yalla Bingo was going to cruise right through this whole tournament, win this whole thing. Right now, they are, with their backs to the ropes, they're going to need to make some big plays right here. I love Metagross. I love this pick. I want to see if they're able to play into this composition of For Free, which honestly looks extremely scary. For Free has been winning the early game in every single match they've played, and now they have Leafeon and Sylveon. I'm worried for Yalla Bingo.
Yeah, I mean, the Metagross Unite, trying to lock everybody down in the Coliseum looks pretty good. 4 out of those 5 players on For Free are packing eject button. So they've got a get out of jail free card out of that Unite specifically. So that's going to mitigate some of the impact that Metagross is going to have. Yalla Bingo really needs to get clever to leverage that Metagross, because they threw their last pick of potentially this tournament at Metagross. It needs to look good. Yeah. And honestly, their damage numbers haven't measured up for the last 3 games.
Yeah, they've had some really unfortunate damage numbers, right? I mean, we saw Venusaur with under 20,000. We saw Lucario with under 20,000. So we've not seen a lot from Yalla Bingo here damage-wise, and they're going to need that. Damage wins games, Dupsex. I know it's scoring, but you got to actually do some damage to the enemy team as well. For Free, your purple team. Yalla Bingo, your orange team. These are the grand finals. For Free is looking to win this whole thing right now.
Yeah, Yalla Bingo, it was mentioned before, back against the wall. They are one loss away from being sent packing for free, taking this crown and punching their ticket to the Aeos Cup. You mentioned it, I'm repeating it. Yalla Bingo, this is it. You've got 10 minutes to sort this thing out.
It's interesting, we have 2 evolutions on the other side as well. I was just noticing the early pressure from For Free, probably because they put so much early pressure on, but we have an Umbreon and an Espeon on the other side. Nice little secure right there. Marv's in some trouble, but able to make it home. I mean, Umbreon is so incredibly tanky, it does not go down in that moment.
Marv did leave a lane Bunnelby back there. If they need some help hitting their level 4, they're probably just going to try and contest this and do it in path and leave that piece of farm maybe for Sixies, who's on the Metagross right now. So Rayu quickly jumping into the bottom path. Just a doable here for Chelvin. Chevel looking to take over to level 4, be a Crustle, and help the team by rock tombing out Yalla Bingo.
Here we go, up in the top path right here. They definitely want to get Potato online. Gotlu needs a last hit, something right here to get their level 5. So far, not able to make it happen. They don't get a single one. Great stuff for Yalla Bingo. We have Potato evolved right now to Combuskin. That is excellent, and an excellent top path fight.
Combuskin looking a little bit like a sentient bowling pin up there. Weird looking Pokemon that one is. And now, at least Potato is one step closer to Blaziken, which is its true evolutionary target here. Internal, jiving a little bit. Playing pretty well with the Hoopa so far. Looking good.
Yeah, things are looking good for Yalla Bingo in the top path, obviously. They were able to get that early level 5, and now it's ticked over to level 6 right here. Gotlu in some trouble. He needs to get some experience right now so that he is able to evolve. They're going to leave him in the top path, make sure that he can hit his War Turtle evolution right now as we have our teams getting ready to fight here in this central area.
Sixie's level 7, going to go try and go for an engage. The 2 EVs scramble away as Chelvin is caught in a mean look, couldn't help out the squad. Sixie's quickly retreating and turning to put it down a portal, but nobody's interested in that. They're pivoting down to the bottom path.
You know, this Leafeon is not as high a level as you would expect. Of course, it's very powerful still, but here we go, picking up a couple big KOs. Maybe it'll get its 8 right here. That's exactly what it needs, obviously, to get that Unite move, pushing onto this goal zone. Hoopa could possibly come on down. We're going to have to see if they do. They do. Hyper Voice is going to be thrown out here by Zante, or as the move back. Wow, that's a tough sentence. I don't know why, but it was hard for me.
Yeah,
but I got through it. I never quit.
I guff up words all the time, my friend. It's all good. We're on the same page here. And honestly, you're just stunned from Yalla Bingo falling prey to the exact same trap that For Free set for them 2 games ago. So despite picking up 2 EVs and trying to match in terms of tempo in the game, they still get caught in the Rock Tomb, Solar Blade, Hyper Voice, and now they're just rinsing and repeating over and over and over again. Tell you what, Yalla Bingo may have jumped in the shower with the clothes on. They didn't get clean, but they're getting scrubbed down by For Free right now.
Yeah, For Free is doing an amazing job here. Still in game number 2, I guess, of this reset right here, but they have been beating Yalla Bingo here. They beat them 2 games in a row, reset this whole bracket, beat them 1 game now. Yalla Bingo, again, they have to win right now or it's over. We will have a champion here in the EU, the first one of the year. And I know a lot of people would say, oh, it might be down to esports, or there are a lot of teams it could be, but right now it's looking like it's For Free.
Zixie's kind of going off on their own, getting some good space, and Regieleki is low. They want to secure this thing. Zervis is hanging out, no interest in making a play for that. Nice little cotton ball on top of Gatler to keep them standing a little bit longer as it looks like they're going to give up this goal zone, Spraggles. Nice opportunity for an overdunk here. Somebody can step up and get a lot of points, and a couple players holding 30 might be a good chance for them.
Yeah, well, look at this here. They've got some stacks raining in here, and they absolutely need this. This is a great look for Yalla Bingo. This is the best they've looked throughout this entire series. They took a fight. They decided what was going to happen. They pushed forward. They're scoring right now. They're getting their stacks. Very, very big for them. Obviously, Espeon trying to counter Unite almost that Leafeon. There was nothing they could do in that moment. Nice big KO right there as Leafeon is already level 10. Level 10 Metagross, however, on the side of Yalla Bingo. And that's a tough Pokemon to take down when it hits one of those gyro balls.
Yeah, as long as it stays and leads the level pace, I think this Metagross is going to have a good opportunity for some engagements. However, Yalla Bingo has to be there, and specifically Internal has to be there to make sure that this Metagross has the sustain it needs to get these knockouts. Of course, Sam, going to be using that stored power. Espeon needs to be there too.
You know, you got to say, Yalla Bingo, this is, I think, the first time in this series where they've actually been ahead on points, where they're actually tied up on levels. We talked about them needing this match. They needed to turn it around. They needed to try something different, and we do see that. We've got the Blaziken, we've got the Metagross. This is a different look from Yalla Bingo, and it's finally looking good.
They have to just keep their heads on a swivel. They can't get caught in those rock tombs, as they have been. Multiple players at once. multiple player hyper voices, multiple player solar beams. For free, it's very easy to see what they're trying to approach, what their approach is here. Yalla Bingo needs to be privy to that.
Here we go, pushing towards this goal zone, just putting a little pressure towards it right now as we have objectives in the top and bottom path right here. Obviously, Hoopa at any moment can bring the team top. They could also send the team bottom right here. It looks like they're going to decide to rip this Reggie Alecki, and Porphyry's Blastoise is just off farming right now, getting some experience, so this might be a great opportunity for Yalla Bingo to get both objectives.
Yeah, they're ripping the Reggie Alecki right now. That's definitely their priority target. Now is internal. I think they have their Unite move online. They're going to be able to pull the squad through. Regirock's at half HP. Are they going to make a move? Marv is getting great vision for the squad. Regirock is so low. They don't pop the Unite move secured by Zante. Moving forward, though, is the 60s using their Unite move. Trapping Soraya, but on the goal pad, they quickly Solar Blade down Marv. And now it's 60s that gets buckled by Chelvin. The rings are unbound, but they're not there to stun anybody. They're just chucking fists so they can retreat as Sam is almost KO'd by the Solar Blade.
Great stuff here from For-Free. I mean, they don't get to fight the way it looked like they wanted to with that objective as Yalla Bingo starts pushing towards them. But actually, it looked like a bit of a trap. As soon as Yalla Bingo moved in, they pick up a ton of big KOs. Gotlu just sitting pretty in the top path, dealing with this Reggie Alecki. Never needed to come down for this fight.
Yeah, silently level 11 as Soraya hits level 13. And now they're just the biggest things on the map. And we know Gotlu likes to bully when they're in a position of power here, especially with the Blastoise. They're going to be able to help this team take over the game.
Yeah, Leafeon, as you mentioned, being a higher level than everything on the map is where you need to be for these speedsters, right? If you're not there, you're not able to be effective, really. You have to be a higher level so you can pick up all these massive KOs. And he's been doing that. Level 13, we can easily see 14 by Rayquaza.
Yeah, the biggest boon that Yalla Bingo has right now is they're up on the scoreboard, despite the texture of the game feeling like For-Free is getting the better of them. Now, they need to get levels. There's no wild Pokemon on their side of the map, so they need to figure out how they can do that because they are still lagging a hair behind.
Now we have 30 seconds until what could be the final Rayquaza here of our grand finals. We can see the timer hit the map and their teams are getting ready for this here. There really won't be any time to take either of the top or bottom Reggies. For-Free actually behind for the first time score-wise in this series. They're behind heading into Rayquaza, which puts them in a tough spot. They've kind of been leading this game when they're able to let their opponents make a lot of mistakes, but now they're the ones who need to make a play. Tier 1 goal zone up top and bottom, so there are places they can run to if they'd like to look for a score, but of course they'd probably like to just win a big fight here, given that their Leafeon is level 14.
Yeah, Marv getting vision as 60s is trying to get this Metagross to level 13 quickly. Little tornado here. Nobody's really interested in making a move in this dance just yet.
For the first time, Yalla Bingo is not doing something at Rayquaza, and it actually makes some sense because they're ahead. So we're going to have to see how they decide to play this fight. For-Free now moving in. We can see Blaziken up in the top path watching that tier 1 goal. I don't think it's going to be easy for For-Free to make a score happen here, but they could put some pressure on one of these goal zones and jump in. It looks like Leafeon is taking a look at the bottom goal zone, but everyone right now is playing pretty safe.
Yeah, I mean, Yalla Bingo almost like, oh, we have the lead. We don't want to lose it. We don't want to do something foolish. But now, I thought we had an opportunity for engagement, but they're just chunking into Rayquaza, Spriggles.
Yeah, they're chunking Rayquaza, just taking some damage off of it here. Obviously, there's some great secure on the side of Yalla Bingo. Moving in, here comes the Metagross Unite move.
Tried to catch the Leafeon, unsuccessful. Internal puts the portal right in the middle. They're going Raptor's going to water spout right on top of Sam. Sam is so low. Sam is gone. We're pivoting back the other way. Crustle and Chelvin is pushing for that action. Marv is going to get trapped. Yes, right to the Rock Tomb, right to the Hyper Voice, right to the Solar Blade. And it's Gotlu that gets credit. Pivoting back the other way. 60s is trapped. 60s is stuck. 60s is going down, and another round. Now they're pushing the bottom goal zone. 60s Internal going to sit on it. 3 players on their team are scrubbed. Internal has almost no HP left. They get Hyper Voice down. Now it's 60s. 1v4. Can they get it done? No. The score lead is now into the hands of For-Free. Chaotic 2 for Soraya. Where are they going to pivot? Doesn't really matter. Yalla Bingo needs to get to the central Rayquaza and take this thing.
Incredible stuff from For-Free. 60s does go down swinging, but it's not enough as we see the Leafeon scoring in the top path. For-Free right now is punching their ticket to the Aeos Cup. They're all deciding, what are we going to wear? Are we going to do fun jackets? What's it going to be this time? Because they are winning this thing. For-Free, the bracket reset, not losing a single game to Yalla Bingo. And I hate to say it because these are the grand finals, but they made it look pretty easy.
I've never seen a team come from a loser's bracket look like make the other team look like such underdogs before. It was almost like once For-Free showed up, it was like, actually, really for us, we just got to win 4. Doesn't really matter. Who are you guys? The winners, finalists? Okay, doesn't matter. Kick them right in the chest into the pit of despair, and that's exactly where Yalla Bingo's going to stay until they compete in March.
Beautiful stuff, kicking them right in the chest into that pit. We don't quite have 300 points on the side of For Free, but they did get 285 to 118. Let's send this thing back on over to our casters. Zoinks, Wonder Chef, break this down.